Welcome back to the Louisiana Superdome in New Orleans. It's the Atlanta Falcons on top of the New Orleans Saints 13-10. Interesting game so far. Quarterback Jim Everett for the New Orleans Saints was knocked out late in the first half, and Jerry, that probably is as big a play as we have seen so far.
Well, he's the one guy that Saints absolutely cannot lose. I mean, if he's gone, it's over. So we hope that he's well and he's able to come back. Sometime the doctor at halftime will fix you up, get you ready to go. In fact, the doctor worked on me right before the game started. He's a good doctor.
He was getting on you, wasn't he? But there's Everett looking hale and hearty and like he's going to be starting this second half. Tom Hodson took his place for one completion late, but Everett is back out there, and that is a good sign for the New Orleans Saints because Everett was off to as good a start as he has ever had in his career.
And he's spraying the ball all around, as you'll see with the wide receivers. He's 16 out of 18 for the half. 8 to the wide receivers, 4 to the tight ends, 4 to the running backs. He's spraying the ball around, doing a good job, and they need him in there because maybe the team that has the ball last, the way this game usually works, ends up winning this thing.
This game is a different game, too. We've talked about the rivalry between these two teams. In the last 12 meetings, 5 have been decided by 9 or less points. A lot have come down to the last kick. In fact, last year, right in this stadium, Morton Anderson, who now kicks for Atlanta, was kicking for New Orleans and kicked a field goal with 8 seconds remaining to give New Orleans a win. So they have had some great battles, and Jeff George, now in his second year going through this rivalry, and his first half statistics.
7 out of 13 really doesn't tell what he did. He was able to beat the blitz, throw the touchdown pass, you know, the passing and the attempt and all the odds. The problem with the run and shoot is you get great stats, but what you got to have is the ball put in there when you need it. And he did that on that blitz for the touchdown. Caught Sean Lumpkin looking in the backfield, and Mathis was able to go to the flat and up for the big touch.
Falcons 13, New Orleans 10 down to the sideline, and we join Pam Oliver. Pam?
Well, Everett likes to wear a brace on that left knee as a precaution, and it's probably a good thing, too. It probably saved him from a pretty bad injury here today. They took the brace off when he went into the locker room just to make sure everything was fine, and he came out of the locker room so fast. In fact, he sprinted right past me as I was trying to ask him if he was okay. I guess he is. He hasn't missed a start because of injury, except for one game. Back to you guys.
He's been a very durable player, as has Jeff George, and we've talked just a bit about his injury that he suffered last week in San Francisco, an arch that was very painful, forced him to wear a walking cast all week long, but he has been quite mobile today, and he's needed to be, because the Saints have gotten some pressure on the Atlanta quarterback, Jeff George.
Both quarterbacks have been chased. Both of them had to run out, and they both made a play while they were trying to escape.
Morton Anderson has got a couple field goals in his return to New Orleans, now kicking for Atlanta. Will be booting it deep to Tyrone Hughes. Hughes took the last one out of the end zone. He'll do the same with this one. 5 yards deep. Here comes Tyrone Hughes, trying to cut the corner. Hughes finds room and runs out near the 37-yard line. So a 43-yard gain, and through 30 minutes of play, here are the first half numbers from New Orleans this afternoon.
Rushing yardage, 64 for the Falcons, running against that 4-1. Only 21 again for the Saints. The Saints just haven't been able to get their running game going. Close yardage, close time of possession. That's why we got a close ball game. Last team with the ball usually wins this thing.
One turnover, 2. Atlanta has not turned the ball over yet. They are dead last in the giveaway takeaway in the NFL. And good news is Jim Everett starts the second half for the New Orleans Saints. But Bates in the backfield, and Bates gets the call on 1st and 10. And a Mario Bates run to the 38-yard line. He picks up a yard, wrapped up by Clay Matthews.
That time, Bates was looking for a hole, looking for something that wasn't there, just tippy-toeing around, and sometimes you got it. He's better when he just slams it. He didn't slam that one. He just sort of was waiting for something to open up, and nothing ever did. Good defensive line play that time by the Falcons.
Falcons a 4-3 now, but at one time, Jerry, last year, they were going with a 4-2-5 defense.
Well, that cost somebody their job. You know, everybody's got a better idea. Once you invent the wheel, it'll usually get you out of work.
Second down and 9 as Everett goes deep and looking for his wide receiver, Michael Haynes. Down the sideline, incomplete, covered by D.J. Johnson, the former Steeler.
And there was pressure on the quarterback. Chris Dolman was pushing Willie back to the pocket sort of caved in a little bit. There's no sack, but Chris Dolman, I think he had his hand up underneath him and was able to push Willie. It'll be one man wider than 72. That's Dombrowski. If we get a little wider shot. Here they come. Good pressure right there. You're not getting a sack, but Chris Dolman is shoving Willie back into the quarterback's lap.
Last week it was the defense and Sean Gilbert of the Rams. Today, Dolman for Willie Roth. Third down and long now for Everett, who escapes the pocket on that bad wheel and throws the pass, which is incomplete down the sideline at the 49-yard line, looking for Michael Haynes, who is running out of real estate. And the New Orleans Saints are going to have to punt the ball for a second consecutive time, and Jerry, for the third time in their last 4 possessions.
He had to escape a little bit. He had pressure coming off the right side that time, so the rush for the Falcons is getting better, starting to put a little pressure on him.
Wilmsmeyer's had a good day, 51 yards on his 2 punts. Deep back will be Eric Metcalf at the 15-yard line. We're just into the third quarter here in New Orleans, and a high booming kick by Wilmsmeyer. Marker is down, catch at the 16 by Eric Metcalf, who dances his way to the 21 and had his head taken off by Brian Jones. A return of 6 yards on the punt of 47 by Wilmsmeyer. We had about 8 penalties called in the first half, 4 on each team, and here's our first penalty out of the box here in the third quarter with 13:43 remaining.
You got to coach your team up. You got to look. You know who's going to have your game all week.
Holding number 28, receiving team, while the kick was in the air. 10-yard penalty, first down.
That's second-round pick Ron Davis out of the University of Tennessee. So Jeff George will take his team out with a 3-point lead, 13-10.
So we leased a new Volkswagen Jetta, $199 a month. Nice, huh? The German-engineered front-wheel drive Jetta comes with rack and pinion steering, daytime running lights, dual airbags. It's a great driving car.
It's got a big back seat.
And a huge trunk.
Weimaraners come from Germany.
Maybe that's why they like driving so much.
On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers.
And now for something new. It's Cooking with Terry and Howard.
First, you need to get a very large bowl and 1 bag of Lay's potato chips. Now, gently pour it into the bowl and let stand for 4 to 5 seconds. Here's one I prepared earlier. I, on the other hand, like to experiment a little more than our friend Terry here. I recommend a bag of Wavy Lay's.
Next week's show, how to pour beer. For today's recipe, write the Lay's and Wavy Lay's potato chips. Bet you can't eat just one.
More than denim in every pair of Levi's jeans.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Coors Light. Shipped cold to preserve the clean taste of the Rockies. Coors Light, tap the Rockies. By Volkswagen. On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers. Drivers wanted. By Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires. And by Mylanta, the antacid doctors recommend most. My doctor said Mylanta.
You're in the bayou. You don't know what's going to come up and grab you. And Ray Zellers goes at first hand. He's sprained an ankle. Metcalf is in the backfield from the 8. First down and 10 yards to go. First, second half possession for the Atlanta Falcons. And there goes Eric Metcalf with the block. Metcalf running free, room to roam past the 20 to the 22 on a pickup of first down. 14 on first down. Sean Lumpkin made the stop.
But they build a tight end formation when Metcalf gets in the backfield, and it's kind of clever that Haywood. We end up here's a tight end in there, and that's what breaks this thing to the outside. So I think they haven't run much tight end. It looks like the Saints aren't ready for it.
Alwacoa was the escort on the side for Metcalf. It's first down and 10. And Eric Metcalf cuts inside, works to the 25, and picks up 3 yards. It'll be second down. Metcalf, who is the leading receiver in the NFL coming into today, has not carried it all that much, but he's had 2 good carries here in a row. Richard Harvey makes the stop.
And Haywood's coming back in the ballgame. Again, they had Mitch Lyons at the tight end and trying to break Metcalf out to the outside, running a sweep, pulling the backside lineman, trying to get outside of a tight end block. Now they got Ironhead in there, and they'll go back to the 4 wide receivers.
Second down and 7 for Jeff George. 12:25 remaining in the third quarter with a 10-3 Atlanta lead. And George with some time swings it out to Terrence Mathis. First down catch to the 35-yard line. That time a gain of 10. So Metcalf for 14, Mathis for 10, and the Falcons are rolling right along.
And the quarterback sees the blitz, doing a good job being the blitzer, coming after George. All these people are going to come after him. They got to pick him up, but the ball's got to come out in a hurry. Bring it out. Run the flat.
Got a quick release, doesn't he?
He's got an excellent release. He's got the ability to throw the football. And today he's beating the blitz, doing a good job.
Well, you would think in this offense, Jeff George would thrive, and he had great numbers, career-high numbers a season ago in his first year with this offense. First down and 10. And Metcalf this time no place to go. Down at the 33-yard line. Tackled by Ernest Dixon, a linebacker playing at the defensive end today in this revamped 4-1-6 defense of New Orleans.
And when you see Metcalf in the backfield the majority of the time, that means there's a tight end in the ballgame. So Mitch Lyons is coming. He's still in the game. And they ran away from the tight end, tried to trap back to the open side, to the weak side that time, and got met with ran into a stunt, ran into a defensive end running a stunt.
Second down 11 as Metcalf lost a yard on the previous play. From the 34, George with some pretty good times, swings it out to Metcalf, who's got to get to the 45 for a first down. Bounces the defender and is out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. Clock stopped at 10:50 here in the third. Metcalf can do it, but he's got a nice running mate in Mathis.
The dynamic duel for the Falcons. One with 21 catches, one with 17. 38 combined catches. That leads the National Football League.
Mathis with a couple catches today and a touchdown reception of 31 yards. Falcons have scored 3 of the 5 possessions they've had it today. Now 3rd and 7 for Jeff George. Hayward in the backfield. Metcalf is coming in motion towards him. George, look at the time he's got to throw and wants to go deep and does. And what a catch made by Tyrone Brown. No, make it J.J. Burton. First time today that Burton has lassoed a catch. 24-yard gain, but maybe he was knocked out of bounds.
All right, George on that. When the slot back runs to the flat and there's no ball, then George gives him a hand signal. You got to go up. If the ball doesn't come on you when you break to the flat, J.J. was standing there, and George is trying to get him to go up. You go up. And the quarterback was signaling him, I didn't throw you the ball. Continue with the rest of the route. Finally turned up and gunned the ball in there. Gerke, the official 72, has his hat off. Usually when you get your hat off, there's his hat. This is a bare head. That's about as bare as it can get. When you got a bare head like that, that means you throw your hat off when someone is out of bounds.
And so Burton ran out of bounds and got back in play. At least you're guessing right now. Let's see what they say down on the field. That's
illegal contact foul, number 33, defense. Penalties declined. Legal catch by rule. First down.
And the catch made by J.J. Burton. It's a gain of 24.
The receiver was pushed out of bounds illegally, came in and caught the pass, which is by rule a legal catch. First down.
You could see the hand signals there by George telling him to carry out the last half of the route. Now he's getting the signal by George. Go up. Wow. I don't know how that's illegal contact there. It must have been too deep.
Well, they're going to stop play once again.
Coach Moore is wondering how that call was made. How is that an illegal contact? You're allowed to push him out of bounds if it's the first shove within the 5-yard rule. Now he's going to tell him they were probably, he doesn't know what he's going to tell him.
What would you tell him?
I'd have to say, I want to see that. I want to talk to the man that made the call. Mark Wright did not make the call. Gerke made the call. He did not make the call. He's translating what Gerke, the man that took his hat and threw off. And there's the man who made the call.
From Portland, Oregon.
Now let's see how deep. Now if this is the first chuck in the legal zone, then it's legal. Now we don't know how deep that is from the line of scrimmage.
Nonetheless, they give him the catch, although he stepped out of bounds, saying he was forced, and so the Atlanta Falcons have the ball first down and 10 from the New Orleans 38-yard line. Hayward is in the backfield, and George with a 3-point lead and 10 minutes to play in the third quarter eyes the four-man front of the New Orleans Saints. And he'll go right to work on first down, gets it out to Mathis, and again he drops it on the wing. Incomplete pass. Second down.
Remember, 3-on-2. All protections 3-on-2. He's going to win. Real now, though, and watch what happens. He's going to beat the right tackle, Lincoln Kennedy, and bam, there's the big fullback running right up to him. So Lincoln Kennedy, even if he can't play, can get help.
Falcons have had success in the second half. Second down and 10. Crowd is in a frenzy as George calls it from the 38 and hands off to Ironhead Hayward, who bangs up the middle and gets the first down to the 26-yard line. Gain of 12 on the play.
4-1. 4-1. Remember that. 4 down line, 1 line. Here's the only linebacker. 1, 2, 3, 4. You cannot stop the run if you play 4-1. He'll just cut right off the block, and he's right into the secondary. You got to put another man in there. You got to go 4-2 or 5-1.
Atlanta began this drive at their own 8, now near the 26 of the New Orleans Saints and leading by 3. First and 10 for George. Here comes the rush, and down he goes. Ronaldo Turnbull. Second sack today by the Saints. He beat Lincoln Kennedy on the tackle.
Well, Lincoln Kennedy's a guy that needs help. Let's find out why the center should have helped that side. That was away from the fullback, so the center should come this way. They put him, oh, they grabbed the center. Good job. The center's too late seeing it. And they beat Lincoln pretty quick.
Sixth-year player from West Virginia.
Got a sore knee. He's aching, but he's out there playing hard.
10th play of the Atlanta drive. Second down and 19. Back to the 35 it goes. Draw play. Hayward, and not much there to the 31. Got to get all the way down to the 16 for a first down. And Ironhead Hayward, who played and was drafted by the New Orleans Saints back in the late 80s and let go because of off-the-field problems and a weight problem more than anything else, has found most of his success, in fact, Jerry, all of his success up the middle, where he likes it.
Well, that's where it'll be against a 4-1 defense. You start over one guard and let everybody put a hat on a hat. It's one-on-one, and then it's the back's choice to cut off the one-on-one block, and that's what's going on. They're back to a 4-1 inside right now, but it's 3rd and a mile, so the Falcons got to throw.
3rd and 15. 11th play of the drive. Turnbull again. He gets it out to Metcalf, who's got to get to the 16. Eric Metcalf can only get to the 29. And the defense of the New Orleans Saints, led by Richard Harvey right there, and the great pressure from Ronaldo Turnbull, will stifle the Atlanta Falcons on their first second-half possession.
And that's a big-time tackle by Richard Harvey. That play was going to get more yardage, and he comes all the way from the inside. A good outside screen. They got the secondary beat, and Richard Harvey comes flying from the inside and makes a big-time tackle. Nice play by the one linebacker that's there by himself.
A triumphant return home for Morton Anderson, who is already 2-2 from field goal range of 19 and 33 yards today. Will try a 46-yard attempt. He has already kicked one this season from 51 yards. Straczynski on the hold, and Morton Anderson splits the uprights. 3 of 3, Morton Anderson. And with 7:22 remaining in the third quarter, the Atlanta Falcons have scored for the 3rd consecutive time on their first possession in the second half this year.
I got it.
silver bullet. It's shipped cold to tap the clean taste of the Rockies. Tap the
Rockies! It hurt me to see Mom suffering. She always had an excuse not to see a doctor. It's just the way she is. Finally, the stomach pain got so bad that she had to go. Was she relieved when the doctor said Mylanta?
Nothing soothes away heartburn faster than Mylanta liquid. It's the one doctors recommend most, even over prescription drugs for occasional heartburn and acid indigestion.
My doctor said Mylanta.
I just moved in this city, right? And I need a really flexible car. So I leased a Volkswagen Golf. $179 a month. It's great. I sell cappuccino machines. Sometimes I need to move big things. Sometimes I have to move little things, but I always have to move. It's got dual airbags, daytime running lights, and everything fits into it. And it fits into everything. Hey! I have got to cut back on the caffeine.
On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers.
Is Lionel Hutz guilty of shooting Mr. Burns? I moved for a bad court thingy.
You mean a mistrial?
Find out on The Simpsons season premiere tonight.
Morton Anderson has kicked field goals today here in New Orleans. 4 in Atlanta for 19, 33, and 46 yards. That was a 46-yarder right there. He's accounted for 9 of Atlanta's 16 points, and the Falcons have a 2-field-goal lead, a 16-10 lead on the New Orleans Saints. A nice drive of 12 plays and 64 yards. And Anderson, who's gotten his last 2 kickoffs in the end zone, puts a third straight in the end zone, and for a third consecutive time, Tyrone Hughes will take it out. Hughes by the 25 and out to the 27-yard line. Tackled on the play by Rich Miano. Now the Saints down by 6. They'll take it back.
I just started my own company, so I leased a new Volkswagen Passat. $249 a month, it's the best deal around. I'm marketing an electronic toll collecting device, so you'll never have to stop to pay for a toll again. Good news for drivers. It's also a true German road car, track correcting rear suspension, rack and pinion steering, and oh yeah, 4-wheel disc brakes. But hopefully you won't be using them to stop the toll booths anymore.
On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers.
Smaller electrodes, more power. More electrodes, faster start.
Suddenly, everybody has a new spark plug idea promising instant higher performance. But one new plug's idea is higher performance that lasts. Introducing Autolite Double Platinum. Platinum on both sides of the gap for faster starts and more power every time. Platinum to platinum firing for guaranteed peak performance, long after other ideas have peaked out. Autolite Platinum and now Autolite Double Platinum. More precious metal for your precious metal.
No other team on earth has trained longer, fought harder, and put more on the line. Space Above and Beyond premieres next Sunday.
Hi, I'm Terry Bradshaw. In case you missed it, here's what you would have seen on Fox NFL Sunday at 12 noon Eastern.
So what has Jerry promised you?
He hasn't really promised me anything, except for when my time comes. He was going to take care of me.
And Jerry Jones will never pay Emmitt Smith what he really deserves.
I think this week, if he's pulled off the field this week, this could be Randall's last shot.
Don't miss all the fun on Fox NFL Sunday next week at 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific.
Back at the Louisiana Superdome in New Orleans, the Atlanta Falcons have gotten 3 field goals from former Saint Morton Anderson to take a nice lead. Next week, most of you will see an NFL Fox Sunday doubleheader when the Saints battle the Giants and the Cardinals take on the Cowboys, plus other exciting regional action. It all begins at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Check local listings for the game and time in your area, right here on Fox. This is week 3. Saints came in 0-2. Atlanta came in 1-1. 16-10, Atlanta. And on 1st and 10, Everett going right to work at it, tapped at the line of scrimmage, knocked down by Chuck Smith. Incomplete at 2nd down.
Batted ball, but really nobody was open downfield. Pratt ball probably helped him. Jesse Tuggle was all over the inside cut.
And Pierce Holt also got a hand on it, too.
Pierce Holt got his hand on it. Mo Gardner in there playing, which is kind of remarkable. A guy who went to knee surgery in the preseason after the Philadelphia game. Just made a quick comeback.
Saints have been struggling. So has Everett, who's missed his last 4 passes. Mario Bates up the middle, meeting Chris Dolman. No gain. Third down. Joe Herring, the new defensive coordinator, taking the place of Jim Bates. He's installed the 4-3. He has history in the USFL and WFL. And his defense, he thinks, with the health of people like Smith and Holt, along with Talley and Matthews and Dolman, can be pretty effective this season, although they did give up 41 points last week in San Francisco. Third down and 9 from the 28-yard line. Everett, heavy rush again, throwing off his back foot and completing it to Terrence Small, who's to the 40-yard line with the first down. Boy, that was something else by Everett. 31-yard pickup as Small came toward the ball, and Everett had to loop it up.
And the Falcons got in there on a 3rd and long. They went 4 and 2, as you can see. They got 2 in there, and you're going to see a nice throw to Terrence Small. He'll run right down inside, break where the safety. There is no safety in the middle. Laid it right up to him.
And Everett needed that completion because, Jerry, he had missed his last 4 until that one right there. 1st and 10 for Jim Everett. Pocket again crumbles, but again his pass is right on the money. Michael Haynes out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Another first down. 13-yard gain.
Well, Terry Taylor is so far off Michael Haynes. The out route to Michael's there. Terry Taylor's a veteran. Didn't look good early when the game started. He's laying off and doesn't want to get run by. Doesn't want anybody to burn him. So the out route to Michael is sure there. There's nobody around him.
5.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 16-10 Atlanta. First down and 10 from the 27-yard line for the New Orleans Saints. And Everett on the draw play, handing it off to Mario Bates, who works his way for 3. Archambault makes the stop. We hand it off now to James Brown in Hollywood. James.
Kevin, first 4th down attempt of the season for the Lions. Barry Sanders had running back, and guess what? He stopped in midair. Cardinals hold defensively, and it stays 10-6 Lions. That in the 3rd. Take you back to Kevin and Jerry.
Thank you for that McDonald's game break. 2nd down and 8 upcoming right now. But both those two teams need wins, Arizona and Detroit, huh, Jerry?
They sure do. And Detroit played so good. We had them in that opener with the Steelers.
From the 25, 2nd down and 8 for Everett. Moves up. Haynes in his target, and Haynes the catch at the 14. Gain of 11 on the play, and another New Orleans first down.
That one was on Ron Davis, but it's much like Terry Taylor. They're going to stay off him. Here he is, and he's to the inside. And look at the distance. He's going to try to keep that cushion.
That's a good buffer.
That's a buffer. If you had a headache, that buffer would fix it right there. Woo!
You coached Haynes, didn't you?
Well, I tell you, wasn't much to coach him. Just run out there and catch those balls.
He's had a big day and a couple big catches on this drive, which has gone 6th play. Upcoming is the 7th play of the drive. 1st and 10 from the 14. And Derek Brown, the Nebraska Cornhusker, takes it up the middle for a couple and wrapped up by Darryl Talley, the newest Atlanta Falcon.
Talley made the tackle. It was an all-out blitz, and if he didn't make the tackle, that was a good play by Talley because Derek Brown was gone. All these people, he's going to walk over here. Everybody's blitzing, and you can see the hole. It's a good job by Talley. Right, look at that hole if he missed him. Nice job by Talley.
No gain, 2nd down and 10, and Atlanta has just burned one of their second-half timeouts. That means they've got 2 remaining. 3:20 remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Saints on the move. Yet the Falcons lead it 16-10.
Amigos, estamos perdidos.
Não esquenta. Eu peço o mapa pelo correio eletrônico. Aqui? Eu estou rodando o S2 Warp Connect da IBM. Ele me dá acesso remoto ao servidor da minha rede, ao meu workgroup, até a internet.
Onde é que você arranjou isso?
Eu liguei para 800 call IBM. Well,
I have to get up early tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
Well, good night, Lisa.
Good night.
Miller Lite Ice. For the taste that goes all out when you're out.
I would have been here earlier, but I had to drop off. Lisa?
Miller Lite Ice. The night is young.
When they were small, we had a little sports car.
And then they got bigger, so we had to get a four-door.
So we leased a new Volkswagen Jetta, $199 a month. Nice, huh? The German-engineered front-wheel drive Jetta comes with rack and pinion steering, daytime running lights, dual airbags. It's a great driving car.
It's got a big back seat.
And a huge trunk.
Weimaraners come from Germany.
Maybe that's why they like driving so much.
On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers.
A lazy day in New Orleans. Anything but lazy inside, though. A fierce rivalry, the intensity turning up notch by notch as the game progresses. Saints on the move, down by 6.
All-out blitz, Kevin.
Second down and 10 for Everett. Just inside. Oh, and look at everybody jumping out when the flags are all over the field as Everett ducked. Jesse Tuggle was leading the brigade of Falcons. A lot of people moving on that one. Maybe a hard count by Everett brought the Saints offsides. Got the Atlanta Falcons offsides.
Well, they sure didn't block it. They're coming right up the center guard.
Offside, number 22, defense. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Alton Montgomery for his second penalty of the day.
He's right here. He had to line up offsides because he didn't jump early. He must have lined up offsides because there's no early movement before the snap.
7th penalty on the Atlanta Falcons. 3:47 remaining in the third. 16-10 Falcons on top. Second down and 5. Inside the Falcon 10 for the Saints. And Everett having to roll out of that pocket. Throws in the end zone. Caught.
What a
Touchdown, Michael Haynes.
Wow.
Saints have just tied the game.
He had no chance to catch that ball. He never should have thrown the ball because his man is totally covered underneath. And you tell your quarterback, don't throw this thing. And all Michael Haynes does is come down with a touchdown.
And he beat the rookie Ron Davis on the play, who was beaten by Jerry Rice last week in San Francisco.
Boy, is that... Oh. And Ron Davis did a good job getting his hand on the ball, trying to pull the ball out of there.
Haynes with the touchdown catch. Quinn Early's already caught one today from Everett. And here's Chip Lowmiller's extra point, which is good, which breaks the tie and gives New Orleans a 17-16 lead. So Jim Everett, coming back from an injury in the first half, has thrown a touchdown pass to take a lead here in New Orleans.
In 1970, Elton's very first song went gold. Then Rocket Man went gold. Then 103 of his other songs went gold. And now that he's touring with 38 musicians and a small army of stagehands.
And how will you be paying?
Elton's gone gold.
Money? These are gold. Oh, we'll need 371 wake-up calls.
After all, nothing's got the power of gold.
Presenting the ultimate tire for your sport utility vehicle, the Michelin LTX. Michelin's technological advances in sidewall and tread design give it a smoother, quieter ride than you might ever expect from a 4x4 tire. Yet it's rugged enough, tough enough, Michelin enough to get you through anything. The LTX series from Michelin.
Take the heat out of shaving with new Old Spice Soothing Gel. It'll cool the burn, soothe your skin, it'll make your face feel great. Or call 1-800-PROVE-IT for a full refund. So try new Soothing Gel, because now you've got proof. Guaranteed.
Has Agent Mulder been silenced for good? Experience the most startling television event of the year.
Don't think I won't do it.
The X-Files, season premiere Friday.
Can a famous detective solve the mystery of who shot Mr. Burns?
I think that punk kid, Bart, did it.
Find out on The Simpsons season premiere tonight.
Michael Haynes just caught a touchdown pass of 9 yards from Jim Everett. Everett on the drive was 4 of 5, and this was a huge completion for the TD.
Watch Willie on Chris Doman fighting, keeping that pressure out, pushing him right by. Giving the quarterback time to move out of there. Watch this coverage. Pretty good coverage. He's done it just like your coach. Once you're in the end zone, you stay underneath, and you got to play hands once he's over the top of you. Just couldn't get the ball out of there. Just a great job by Michael Haynes.
Haynes was his second touchdown catch of the season. First today. Preston will take it out for Atlanta, and he's tripped up and brought down. Childs makes the stop, wearing the familiar number 51, which was worn so many years, so successful here by the great Sam Mills. 1,000 light years from Earth, events are taking place that could threaten the very existence of mankind. Now, the producers of the X-Files will take you even deeper into the unknown. Space above and beyond. Catch the series premiere next Sunday on the Fox Television Network. Good-looking drive, engineered by Everett's 4 of 5 through the air, and Haynes finishing it off. 17-16, the Saints, the game's third lead change. On 1st and 10, Hayward finds very little room. Wayne Martin and Richard Harvey make the stop. This game is presented by authority of the National Football League and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the New Orleans Saints and the National Football League is prohibited. 3:05, clock ticking here in the third quarter. 17-16 Saints by a point. Jeff George with the second down and 10, resting at his own 16.
And the Saints have changed the look. They're back to a 3-3. They've trained. There it is.
George escapes one, but then he's brought down. Sacked by the rookie Mark Fields.
The minute they lined up, they had him, Kevin. They went to a 3-3 and all loop left. And that left the Falcons without enough people to protect. Oh, boy, you can see that one coming. Here's the two linebackers. Watch 56 come off the loop side. Ernest Dixon caused the problem. That's the first time they've been in that look.
And they came around the right tackle where Lincoln Kennedy had been working, but they've now brought in Dave Richards to take his place. Now 3rd and 17. George stranded at the 1, and down he goes again. This time doused by two free agents, Israel Stanley and Willie Roth.
I think what they found is a weak side. They found a weak side over here on the right side. They took Kennedy out. And this is a simple 4-man rush, no stunts, no loops, and they just caved the whole thing in and ran over the left guard and right tackle for the Falcons.
Well, this is going to give New Orleans some great field position as Krasinski in the shadow of his own goalpost gets it away with unbelievable hang time, and a fair catch is called for and given to Hughes at the 43. A 41-yard punt, but over 5 seconds on the hang time. And Krasinski does his job. But look where the Saints begin it. 1st and 10 at the Atlanta 43.
That defensive series can really change these standings. Atlanta at 1-1. New Orleans has to have a win. Being 0-2 is bad. Being 0-3 is disastrous. But all 3 losses in the NFC West would just knock you right out of the picture.
Last time the Saints had it, marching downfield with the 9-yard touchdown pass to Haynes. Leading the Saints are 17-16. 1st down and 10 from a 43 for Jim Everett. And the draw play handoff goes to Mario Bates. And he snakes his way to the 41. Picks up about 3. Tuggle with the first hit up. It'll be 2nd down.
Saints having a hard time running the football. And the only way you can get better at running the football is by doing it. If you keep on doing it, you'll get better at it. If you get off it and give up on it, it's not going to get any better.
2nd down and 8. Best beginning field position for the Saints today. Out of the 41 of the Atlanta Falcons, and 1:05 remaining in the 3rd quarter. And again, they go to Bates. Make it this time, yeah, Bates gets the call, and Bates slashes for a 1st down to the 32. Jim Dombrowski sprung him free with a nice block from his left guard.
Lorenzo Neal, number 22. He's the guy that makes it all work. Watch this block that 22 is going to throw. Every time they run the football, wham! He's got the he's not on his back. Same thing he did last week. 20. I love 22 because he allows the Saints to run the football as a blocker.
And he gives them a first down to the 33, 32-yard line of Atlanta. Everett throwing on first down. Swings it out to Lorenzo Neal, and he's coming at the 28, still on his feet, and get another yard or two to the 26.
That's a tough guy there. That guy there is full speed all the time. We liked him last week. He tried to win the game a week ago. He's going to try to win it again this week, Kevin.
That'll be the final play of the third quarter with the Saints on the move and on top of the Atlanta Falcons, 17-16. We'll be back to the Louisiana Superdome after these messages from your local Fox station.
Divas World Premiere Tuesday.
Something big, something huge is going down at your Ford dealer.
Check it out, cash back.
The final days of Ford's factory authorized clearance. I saved the bundle. Pay just $199 a month for 24 months on America's best-selling truck, Ford F-150.
I came in at the right time.
Remember, it only happens once a year.
People need to get here quick.
The final days of Ford's factory authorized clearance. Hurry to your Atlanta area Ford dealer today.
I tell people to come in now.
でお子さんたち新しいコンピューター気に入ったの？
それがまだ立ち上げてないんだ。何しろ僕は不器用なもんでね。
うちじゃアクティバがみんなに大人気。IBM のホームコンピューター、CD ラムがついてて、トップトップいっぱいあるし、箱から出してすぐ使えるようになってるんですよ。
単位でもセットアップできるってわけ？
腕はいらないのよ。
Advance Auto Parts presents part number 12, the hand. A remarkable part of every Advance Auto Parts salesperson, the hand can grasp any automotive situation.
My car goes...
Instantly, the hand tests the electrical system, removes the dead battery, and with free installation, puts in a new Autocraft battery. All you have to do is shake part number 12. Advance Auto Parts. The best part is our people.
Will their family and friends stop the wedding? Next, Jerry Springer.
Watching the NFL on Fox.
We begin the fourth quarter at the Louisiana Superdome with Jerry Glanville and Pam Oliver. This is Kevin Harlan, 17-16. The New Orleans Saints on top of the Atlanta Falcons. And New Orleans moving well now to the 26 of Atlanta, where they'll face a second down and 4. At the conclusion of today's game, Jerry and I will select the Miller Lite player of the game, and so many people now in the forefront. But maybe an early leader, maybe Jim Everett.
You gonna let me vote?
You can vote.
You didn't let me vote last week.
Second down. Handoff. Bates. Wrapped up by Chuck Smith. Down he goes. Let's go to Hollywood with this McDonald's update, and here's James Brown.
Hey, Kevin, tell Jerry he can vote on this play by Barry Sanders. Take a look. Cutback move and an over-pursuing Cardinals defense, staring at his first rushing touchdown of the season, 47 yards to pay dirt. He's got 131 in the afternoon, and Detroit's up 17-6. Back to Kevin and Jerry.
Well, the loser there goes to 0-3. The Saints trying to avoid going to 0-3.
That was a good play by Chuck Smith, coming around the back door, chasing so fast, making a good play from minus yardage.
Third down and 6, push back to the 28-yard line. Everett, good time, lost it in the end zone, and caught for a touchdown, Wesley Wall!
Kevin, that makes up for the one he dropped. The old Tupelo, Mississippi, real name Charles. His son will love that. He's got a little guy, Wesley Colton, sitting here screaming for Dad.
We beat Alton Montgomery, and here's the Low Miller try for the extra point on the Wilmsmeyer hole. And the biggest lead today for the New Orleans Saints comes with 14:15 left in the game as Jim Everett throws his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. 24-16 New Orleans.
The 3000 GT VR4 represents the most advanced thinking that Mitsubishi has ever built into a sports car. Of course, we're always open to new ideas. Presenting the Spider, the world's only production convertible with a retractable hardtop. From Mitsubishi, the new thinking in automobiles. See it now in select markets. Call 1-800-SPIDER-1 to find out where.
Not everything is black and white.
Some things are black and white.
Or black and green.
Occasionally black and blue.
Pro Player home and away jackets come in all these colors and reverse to all of these colors.
The only guys who have Pro Player jackets are black and white.
Refs, no way. They never reverse anything.
No, Foot Locker, the guys in stripes, black and white.
The Pro Player reversible jacket. Reverse it.
I've always wanted to do this. With NFL Sunday Ticket on DirecTV, you get up to 13 regular season games live every Sunday. So if Washington is blowing out the Bucs, just switch to the 49ers-Saints game. But hey, is Emmitt Smith breaking the rushing record? Are the Giants crushing the Eagles? You get it. Not on cable, but with DirecTV and this. Now that's a game plan. To get NFL Sunday Ticket on the 18-inch DSS dish of your choice, call 1-800-DirecTV.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Mitsubishi, the new thinking in automobiles. By American Express. By Lay's and Wavy Lay's potato chips. Bet you can't eat just one. And by Budget Car and Truck Rental. All the difference in the world.
Saints 24, Falcons 16. Walls just lassoed a 28-yard touchdown pass from Everett. Here's the subsequent low-mile kickoff. And at the 10-yard line, Royal Preston, as he zigzags the field and takes it out to the 30-yard line, where he's brought down by Childs. Another look at that touchdown.
Not that bad of coverage either by Montgomery. Here's Wesley Walls. He's going to just run the seam right straight down the field. Not much pressure on the quarterback. Watch him. What a catch. What a guy he is.
Coverage has been there the last two times.
Oh, the two touchdowns the Falcons gave up. Not bad coverage. There's Wall. Him and his wife run the concession stand at the Little League. He grills all the hot dogs and the hamburgers. He'll be doing some grilling after that catch.
First down and 10. How will George respond now? Down 24-16. On the 30-yard line, first down and 10. With good time, he slings it to the near side. Incomplete pass. Looking for J.J. Burton, who's caught only one of the George passes today. It'll be second down.
Remember the 4-1, Kevin. Watch what happens. They walked him up to build a 4-2. That's Sean Lumpkin. Now they said, you can't run it. You have to throw it and press man-to-man on the bottom. Real good coverage. They took away the run by a lineman. Sean First Down Lumpkin. How about that for a middle name?
First Down.
That's his middle name. His daddy named him First Down. There's the 4-2 again, Kevin.
Second down and 10 from the 30-yard line for Jeff George. He with the short drop back, slings it out to J.J. Burton. The catch at the 39. In of 9 on the play. Working on Tyrone Hughes on that corner. It'll be 3rd and 1.
It's not a balanced set. It's one-on-one. Only one wide receiver, and you can see the corner sitting inside, so the ball goes outside. Just a choice route. If the corner would have been sitting outside Tyrone Hughes, the ball would have went inside. They're just working one-on-one out there, like you and me going to the library yard. You go out, I'll throw.
3rd down and 1. Just outside the 38-yard line. George had trouble pulling away from center. Now he's got the time and throws a first down pass caught by Terrence Mathis at the 48. It's a gain at 10. It's a first down for the Atlanta Falcons.
Been some adjustments made by the Saints. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Remember, they were 4-1 the whole game. Now they're 4-2 inside. They're not going to let you run. Going to make you throw. But when he's supposed to wall off the inside cut, good job by Mathis getting underneath.
12:47 remaining in the fourth quarter. 24-16 New Orleans. First down and 10 Atlanta at the 48-yard line. Mathis is in motion. Just caught the first down pass. George will go to another receiver this time. whipping it out to Bert Emanuel, and he's got a gain to the 46-yard line of the New Orleans Saints. Gain of 6 on the play. These two quarterbacks have looked brilliant today. George for the Falcons and Jim Everett for the New Orleans Saints.
And the out route is there for both teams. Both teams can throw the out. 248 yards and 305 for Everett.
And no interceptions.
And 3 touchdowns.
2nd down and 5 from the 46-yard line. Everett to Hayward. He finds no room at all. Back going for a loss. Joe Johnson, a lighter and more agile Joe Johnson with the stop on a lighter and more agile Craig Hayward.
They showed a 4-1, talking about the Saints, so they're going to run 4-1. But here comes first down. Sean, first down Lumpy, comes walking on in to outnumber him. Oh, boy. Now they're crowding up in there. Now they're playing a little better football. Going to show you one and then run the other.
Show you a 4-1-6 and then bring somebody else.
And turn it into a 4-2 after you snap the ball. Don't let anybody read your mail.
They're down in 6 from the 47-yard line. George will put it up top, going for his secondary receiver, now being chased by Morton, taken down for a sack at the 42. 5th New Orleans sack tonight. And George is slow to get up.
The second guy to hit him, I think Martin hit him first, and then I think another man rolled on him.
He got hit by Martin, and then Israel Stanley came in to make sure he was finished off. And Jeff George, who was playing with the bad left foot, is having his head looked at right now. And perhaps we'll see the backup, Bobby Hebert, 24-16. It's New Orleans.
And now for something new. It's Cooking with Terry and Howard.
First, you need to get a very large bowl and 1 bag of Lay's potato chips. Now, gently pour into bowl and let stand for 4 to 5 seconds. Here's one I prepared earlier. I, on the other hand, like to experiment a little more than our friend Terry here. I recommend a bag of wavy Lay's.
Next week's show, how to pour beer. For today's recipe, write the Lay's and Wavy Lay's potato chips. Bet you can't eat just one.
When a traffic jam was 2 cars in the same town, Mobil Oil was there. When Lindbergh crossed the Atlantic, Mobil was on board. Mobil was in the world's first minivans, in the first space shuttle, and in the tanks of Desert Storm. We've been helping engines last for a long time. Mobil, changing oil for over 125 years.
You and the Mitsubishi Galant. It's bound to be a positive relationship. After all, the Galant's dependable, good-looking, and it recognizes your need for space. Now's your last opportunity to lease a 95 Galant S for 0 down and $249 a month for 36 months. And only Mitsubishi adds $500 cash back. Proof you'll also be financially compatible. But hurry, this could be your last chance at happiness. The Galant from Mitsubishi, the new thinking in automobiles.
We're in the 4th quarter, and Jeff George has that look like he doesn't know where he is. He was knocked pretty hard that time. It was on a 3rd down play, and let's watch it again.
Kevin, I think it's the second man in. Israel lands on his head. Well, he sort of hit his own man's leg, too, but his eyes look a little bit bad now. He's got bad-looking eyes.
2nd straight punt for Atlanta, and Straczynski and Hughes, the fair catch at the 20. So Jim Everett will take his Saints offense out there with the 24-16 lead early in the 4th quarter.
People come to Service Merchandise for lots of different reasons. It's price, it's quality, it's service. Shopping today is truly a social activity. It's an escape, it's fun. When the customers whip out their American Express card, they're making a wise selection. People use it to enjoy life.
Have you heard what Jim's driving?
What's he got now?
You should see this thing. What an incredible machine. Sleek, aerodynamic. Fast? Oh, yeah. That baby really moves.
So what kind of engine does he have in that thing anyway?
nuclear reactor.
You'd be amazed at what teenagers are driving these days.
Right full rudder, steady course 355, helm on.
For more information, call 1-800-USA-NAVY.
It's a shape unlike any other. A liquid form that slips through the air like nothing else on Earth. The Eclipse from Mitsubishi. Don't let it slip away. See your dealer for great lease offers on all Eclipses, including turbo models. Before the season premiere of The X-Files.
That's a woman with a gun to her head.
Things are really getting strange. A brand new Strange Luck, Friday on Fox.
This is Jeff George on the run, and you can watch Wayne Martin's knee into the head right there, accidental, and then bam, his head hits the turf, and the second man really didn't have much to do with that. That was all Wayne Martin, and he's wondering here, he's trying to follow the doctor's finger.
And he couldn't.
He got a few cobwebs.
So George is out. Both quarterbacks, both starters have been knocked out. Everett has returned, and he has flourished since the injury that he suffered back in the late stages of the first half. On 1st and 10, Lorenzo Neal, and a fumble on the play, which is recovered by the New Orleans Saints at about the 19-yard line. Wait a minute. Atlanta thinking they got it, and no word yet from official Jerry Markwright. It is a New Orleans ball. They retain possession. New Orleans has already fumbled once. Neal looks like he got his own loose ball.
Well, they better let Neal just do the blocking. I went bragging on his blocking, and they gave him a ball. Oh, it's sliding around already. He never did have that one. I almost slid right through him. Wesley, it's right by your foot. Get on it.
Lost a couple yards on the play. Second down, 12 yards to go. 10:45 remaining in the fourth. 24-16 New Orleans. Good time for Everett. Throws to the tight end Wesley Walls. Incomplete pass as he backpedals at the 26. It'll now be third down.
One thing the Saints don't want to do is get into a punting war here. If they don't get a first down and they have to punt, Atlanta right now has the best field goal kicker, the best punter, the best punt returner. So you want to try to stay away from exchanging punts without getting first downs.
Everett's had tremendous success today passing on third down. 7 of 8 and 6 first downs the result. He's got third and long in the pocket. He stands, hit and brought down, sacked at the 12 for the third time today. Sacked, and for the second time by Chris Dolman. And so the Saints have got to punt the ball. 3 and out for New Orleans.
This will change the field position dramatically. They moved Dolman inside, took him off of Willie. Willie Roth was handling him, so they brought him in on Jim Dombrowski. Now, he can beat Dombrowski, can't beat Willie. But they put him in over the guard and got the instant sack. Now, watch where the Falcons get to start this series. That was a big exchange.
Wilmsmeyer. To punt for New Orleans. Deep back will be Eric Metcalf inside the 45-yard line. No rush. They're setting up the return. Not that long. And on the fly, Metcalf, the ever dangerous running back, wide receiver, return man out of Texas, takes it down to the 45. A return of 4 yards on the punt at 37. Alacoa made the stop. So Atlanta, will they bring in the new quarterback? We'll find out when we return.
With the power of 210 horses and the traction of all-wheel drive, it'll turn more than heads. The Eclipse from Mitsubishi. See your dealer for great lease offers on all Eclipses, including turbo models.
The emotions are high.
You're hot. It's pressure. It's like a war without bullets.
We asked some of the hottest coaches in the game to switch antiperspirants and try Degree.
Body heat activated. Let's try it and see.
As your body heat rises, Degree releases extra protection when you need it most.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to switch.
Just keeps you dry.
Certainly worked for me.
Switch to the antiperspirant that's body heat activated.
In the heat of the moment.
That self-confidence has got to be there.
Degree antiperspirant. for an extra degree of protection.
Guys, I've said this 4 years in a row, but this year, we're not only going back to the big one, we're going to win it. No one is leaving this room until we figure out how. No one.
Not going anywhere for a while? Grab a Snickers, because nothing will hold you over like peanuts, caramel, and milk chocolate.
Better give me one, too.
Hungry? Why wait?
There's Willie Roth, the starting left tackle on offense, with glasses. When he comes off the field, he likes to watch the defense play. And one of his teammates or equipment man hand him those glasses. And today it's Alan Klein, a guy didn't suit up, so Willie says, Alan, you be there and you hand me the glasses. He says, I can't see anything without them, but when I'm pass protecting, I just look for a big guy in front of me and try to hit him.
His own personal attaché on the sideline, right?
Hand me my glasses there, would you, Kevin?
First down and 10. George is in the game. And his first pass is dropped by Bert Emanuel on the sideline at about the 38-yard line. We've got 9:52 remaining in the fourth quarter. New Orleans on top of Atlanta 24-16.
That ball was sort of down and away, and that could be caused by a little cobweb in his head. It wasn't his best throw. We'll see if he can shake that loose. They did warm up Hebert. Hebert warmed up on the sideline.
From majestic Louisiana Superdome. Second and 10 from the 45. George given good protection this time. Guns the pass, which is caught close to a first down at the 35. Bert Emanuel with the reception. Jimmy Spencer the stop, a gain of 10 and a first down for the Atlanta Falcons.
There's some DBs here that are playing good and are getting beat. Jimmy Spencer's on Emanuel has pretty good coverage, goes for the pick, tries to watch him try to get underneath with his hand. And that same thing has happened to the Falcon defensive backs. They're playing pretty good, but the ball is getting stuck in there.
The Falcons have brought back in their starting right tackle, Lincoln Kennedy, who's going to protect Jeff George, who's had a pretty good day. 15 of 24. Got a first and 10, 9:20 remaining in the game, and the Falcons down 24-16. Audibilizing is George. Movement on the defense for New Orleans, and George scampers out of the pocket and throws a pass which is caught on the sideline by Bert Emanuel, and it's a gain of 9 all the way to the 26.
No. What happened here, he had one single receiver. He held up his hand for the choice route. The choice is just one-on-one, run the option where the corner's not. Everything there, Kevin, was done on the line of scrimmage. He had one guy to the right and says, choice, choice, you go where they're not. And that's what they just did to complete that thing.
Receivers making reads like quarterbacks make reads.
Run where the corner's not. He was inside, so they ran it out. If he was outside, he would have run a slant.
A Craig Hayward run for a first down on second down and 1. He takes it to the 23, and that will move the chains for the Atlanta Falcons, who are coming back with 8:41 remaining in the fourth quarter.
The defensive series for the Falcons prior to this set this up. Got a sack, and again, you don't want to exchange punts with Atlanta. Their punter's too good, and it puts them right in position to win the game.
Hayward with his best running day of the season, this young season so far. First down and 10 is what he picked up there to the 23-yard line of New Orleans. Saints leading 24-16. And George to Hayward again. This time he's got room to roam as he dives ahead to the 17-yard line and chopped down by Tyrone Leggett. Nice gain on first down. Makes second and third down all the easier.
Well, there you got the 4-1, and you get the big fullback on the small secondary. The one single linebacker, Richard Harvey, whatever he does is wrong because Hayward will break off of him. So they went back to the 4-1, and then when they do get the extra guy up, it's not a big enough guy.
Remember now, Atlanta began with great field position because their defense gave them this field position. Second down and 6. Ball just inside the 19-yard line for the Falcons. George, Metcalf, and a first down to the 11-yard line, brought down by Eric Allen. Another first down toss. Second on this drive. Hayward is rushed for a first down on this drive. Atlanta is doing everything now, using the running game and the passing game in unison.
And they're really running an adjustable route right there. All Metcalf had to do is turn outside because the Saints were trying to take away the inside cut. And that's the thing with the run and shoot. You run where the defensive backs are not. And that's what's going on in this drive.
Jeff George has cleared the cobwebs, has a first down and 10. And with time to throw here, he throws, and the pass is caught by Eric Metcalf, who's had 7 balls thrown to him today. And Jerry, he has caught every one of those passes. Downstairs we go to Pam Oliver.
Well, Jeff George apparently is playing with a mild concussion, according to the team. While he was on the bench a little while ago, they put ice on his neck as a precaution. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Pam. That's interesting. Saw last week Chris Miller in St. Louis, who's had a history of concussions. It's second down and 6 to go. From the 7. George Hayward, touchdown with authority. Craig Hayward takes it in and brings it closer with 6:11 to play.
At the 6-yard line, Kevin, New Orleans went to the 4-1. Hate to keep repeating that, but that's what's going on. If they're going to play 4-1, then Atlanta's got to run the football.
And Craig Hayward, who got a first down run on this drive, which began back at about the 45, takes it on in from 7 yards away, and the Falcons now, in an attempt to tie the game, will try for 2. Hayward is in the backfield. Jeff George. And we are tied at 24 as Terrence Mathis catches the 2-point conversion with 6:11 to play.
Mathis did an excellent job. His job was to go deep. Well, there's not enough yardage, so he got on the baseline and cut all the way across. It was really supposed to go to the flat. George read the route. It was a read route, and what he read, the flat wasn't open, so he found the outside man coming across on the baseline.
And that 2-point conversion was set up by this 7-yard touchdown run by Craig Hayward.
Well, run the draw, run the smash, 4-1, nobody around. There's the lone linebacker trying to make the play. Now, he wants to throw this to the flat. The outside man is to clear it out. He wants to throw it to 21. They cut him off. They're waiting in the flat. And that's the widest man to the right coming all the way across. Terence Mathis making the play.
A double covered wide receiver, Terence Mathis, who you see right there, with the quarterback throwing against his body, running to the far side and throwing to the near.
If that would have been out in the field, that man wouldn't have run there. Terence, he would have gone deep 50 yards down the field, but the fact they were sitting so close, he just cut right back on the baseline, made a nice play on it.
We're tied at 24 with 6:11 remaining in regulation here from the Louisiana Superdome. Morton Anderson has it teed up at the 30-yard line. And he bangs this away. His last 3 kickoffs have gone in the end zone. This is 4 in a row, and for the 4th consecutive time, Hughes will take it out. Tyrone Hughes is out to the 23-yard line before being brought down by Alton Montgomery. 6 minutes to play. Timeouts remaining. Saints with 3. Falcons with 2. Well, tonight, Fox presents a Simpsons Sunday Spectacular. First, see the season finale that shocked the nation. Then, join John Walsh for a look at Who Shot Mr. Burns on Springfield's Most Wanted. And on the season premiere of The Simpsons, you'll find out who done it. All begins at 7, 6 Central, right here on the Fox Television Network. Bates is in the backfield. It's a 1st and 10 for Jim Everett, who goes right to work and throws to his tight end, Wesley Walls, who is wrestled out of bounds at the 30. He picks up 7 on 1st down. Clay Matthews hopped on his back and rode him out of bounds like a rodeo cowboy.
The quick diagonal going away from the safety. That leaves the outside linebacker, the only one left. Nice job just trying to move the football. Again, they can't run it, so I guess you got to throw it almost every down, Kevin.
Way Everett's been throwing, you want him to throw.
Oh, throw it. But they do have 2 tight ends in the game.
2nd down and 3 from the 30. In motion comes Haynes to the near side. Everett again. Going to pass to the flat. Bates bobbled it. Dropped it incomplete. Shadowing him was Clay Matthews again in the flat.
Watch Mario 24 swinging out. Oh, boy. Went right through his hands. Not good.
Oh, look at that game in Kansas City, tied at 17 late in the game at Arrowhead. Chiefs got an overtime win last week against the Giants. Interesting 3rd and 3 play now, Jerry, with 5.5 to play. Brown is in the backfield. Everett's in the gun. He is deployed. 3 wide receivers. Everett wide and low and incomplete. Haynes couldn't catch it, and the Saints have got a punt with 5:28 to play.
Mickey Mantle couldn't have hit that one. That was way outside and low. He hurried it. He really wasn't pressured. He hurried it. Didn't need to hurry it.
Second consecutive punt. Second consecutive 3 and out for the New Orleans Saints. Wilmsmeyer's had a very busy day. Will be punting to Eric Metcalf. Wilmsmeyer letting this go at about the 18-yard line. Metcalf is inside his own 25. No rush put on Wilmsmeyer, the former 49er. And Metcalf will wave it away, and it takes a nice bounce. And down to the 27-yard line. With 5:17 to play and a punt of 43 yards by Klaus Wilmsmeyer.
All right, watch Willie Roth. Here's the big all-pro offensive tackle. Now I want to watch his teammates. He says he can't see. And there's his sidekick who didn't get to suit up. He said, we're in the dome. Look around. We're in the dome. I said, how can you play if you can't see? He says, I just look for something big across from me and hit it.
I've seen it all in the NFL now. Guys holding other guys' glasses. But guys holding a helmet or a tee or a shoe, I can see it. The glasses?
I love his attitude that he wants to see his teammates play. That he's that involved and that interested in watching him.
It's out at 24. 1st and 10. Jeff George and the Falcons from their own 28-yard line. Delayed handoff. And it's a dive to the 30. A gain of 2 for Hayward. Sean Lumpkin was there to stop him. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
He was falling down before contact. They had more room than that. He sort of slid in there for 2. He stumbled and fumbled. I don't know. Didn't keep his feet underneath him that time.
Jerry, tie game. Atlanta, New Orleans late. What comes to your mind in close games late between these two teams?
Like the NBA, the last shot to go in wins. The last field goal through the bars. That's what this series is all about.
Your thoughts cannot help but drift toward the great kicker Morton Anderson. 2nd down and 8. Toss is incomplete by Jeff George. He was looking for Terrence Mathis on the flat, and the flag is thrown at the 33. With 4:36 to play in the 4th quarter.
I saw a bunch of people back there. And that's Gerke again.
Pass interference. Number
I thought the Saints.
52 defense. Automatic 1st down.
Let's watch it. It looked like 52 was hitting another Saint. There's 21 coming in. Oh, he didn't even see him in there. That was probably a pick. That was different.
1st down and 10.
You got me there, boy. Gerke, you're seeing more than anybody out there.
On the 34-yard line, Jeff George with time and guns a pass. Oh, let go, and it drops at the 35. Terence Mathis just about hauled in what would have been a spectacular reception, incomplete. Eric Allen with the coverage. Another flag and another penalty, and it's called against Atlanta with a hold.
It looked like the Wesley Walls catch was going to be repeated. What a great effort, stretching out, trying to make the catch. And how many holding penalties? You got this guy doing the game. You got to tell your team.
Holding
3rd.
Number 70, offense. 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
Bob Whitfield, huh? You got to watch this crew. They'd call holding if you took your wife to Wendy's. Leave go that burger.
Regardless of what you order, right?
Regardless of what you order. There's Big Whitfield. He got caught holding.
Player down is Terence Mathis on his back. Probably just had the New Orleans air knocked out of him. On his back at the 33. Today's game was produced so well as always by our favorite Jeff Gowan and directed by the tremendous work of Andy Kindle.
That's 2 good ones right there.
Pre-game show was produced by Scott Ackerson, directed by Bob Levy. The executive producers of Fox Sports, Ed Gorn and David Hill. Special thanks to Kevin McHale up here in our booth today, setting us all up, giving us the finest view of what has been a great game between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Pat McGrath has been our statistician, and Jimmy Stamos has been our spotter. And a great job by our Fox camera crew today, too. Huh?
They always get the good pictures. The best cameramen in football are with Fox. Look at that stretch. He's got it. Oh, nice job by the defender. He pulled that thing out of there. Watch 21 get his hand on that ball. Well, we've seen some good defensive plays, some good catches.
Mathis is walking off under his own power. Terrence Mathis has caught a touchdown pass today of 31 yards from Jeff George. 3 field goals by Anderson. Hayward romped on in from 7 yards away as the defensive side of the Saints try to foil the June Jones-led Atlanta offense. And it has been exciting to watch in this rivalry, Jerry, which you've been a part of, which these fans appreciate. And these players yesterday told us it's like a college rivalry. I mean, they really get into it at the pro level.
It's funny because we talked to a guy that came over from another team. He said, I didn't know what everybody was talking about. I didn't know why everybody was excited. And it was Quinn Early. And he said, then you go out to the play and you find out that there is something special about this rivalry. And Eric Allen, first-time Saint, he just made a big play on that defense. That was him getting his hand on that ball to help be part of this big rivalry, number 21.
Darrell Spencer takes the place of the injured Terence Mathis. Goes down in 20 with the penalty, back at the 24. 4:29 remaining in the fourth quarter. Jeff George hit as he threw and kind of shuffles it off where it's caught by Hayward. And Hayward backpedals and carries a pile to the 24. Sean Lumpkin got him. There was hardly any gain at all. It'll be second down.
I saw that screen developing, and I don't know how Wayne Martin took the tackle. Watch 93. Yeah, we lost him, but he's fighting 2 blockers, comes in there and gets the big back down. We lost him in the shuffle there, but a nice play by Wayne Martin. He's played well today, don't you think, Kevin?
Yes, he has. You know what, Jerry played well last week up in St. Louis, too. Second down to 19, gain of 1 on the previous play. 3:49 remaining in regulation. George with an escort. And with time and throws a pass, which is caught by Bert Emanuel, and it's good for a first down at the 46-yard line, and effectively stopping the clock with 3:41 remaining in the fourth quarter on the gain of 27.
And that was a dash to get away from the rush. Watch how he's going to come all the way out. A chop block by the fullback, Craig Haywood, getting away from the rush.
Dragging that back, but that first foot is very close. That was the one that was in question.
You have to be on the line to make that call. You can't make that call up here, can you?
Nonetheless, first down and 10 from the 46-yard line. George operating with 3:40 left in regulation, and a tie ball game. Throws a pass. Oh, what a crack was placed on Mathis by Vince Buck, the leading tackler. Incomplete. Boy, there's some head cracking out there now.
That's the way these series end. Really, Vince Buck, I think he could have played the ball a little bit here and maybe could have got an interception, but he went after the receiver. He's not looking for the ball. Right on the jaw. Hello!
That'll wake you up. Atlanta has definitely held the ball. Time of possession and in more plays. We're tied at 24. 3.5 to play in regulation. Second down and 10 for Jeff George, who came back after getting knocked out. And he hands off to Hayward, who scored on a touchdown himself today. Tripped up with a nice blitz coming out from Eric Allen. No gain on the play. Nice play by the quarterback.
Good play in open field. Little man against a big man. Coming up for coverage. They only had 1 linebacker, and they're running DBs up to help 52. Richard Harvey says, I need help. Give me another man in there. And there he is right there. And there's Sean, first down. Lumpkin ready to help out.
Big play for the defense now in New Orleans, as well as the Falcon offense.
Both sides.
Third down and 10.
Listen to this crowd. They know this could be the ball game. Got to get it. If you're in your living room, stand up. Holler a little bit.
George in traffic. Flag thrown. Pass picked off at the 30-yard line by Tyrone Hughes. It may have been tapped at the line of scrimmage, and a marker is down.
Another holding penalty. You know this crew. Got an interception, he's saying. The hold will be turned down.
Number 70, offense. Penalties decline. First down.
That's 2 on Whitfield.
And on the first turnover today by the Atlanta offense, and the first interception, of course, off Jeff George, The New Orleans Saints will have 2:45 with which to work in the fourth quarter in a tie game at 24-24.
Here's Bob Whitfield, one of the only 2 first-round picks they got playing. Oh, he got, oh my gosh, that's not holding. That's right, that's dancing. He got him around the waist there. You can't do that. That'll kill you.
Jim Everett now, first down and 10 yards to go with Bates in the backfield at his own 31-yard line. And now goes to Mario Bates, who crashes over the left side and picks up about 2. Jesse Tuggle was there to plug the gap, and the clock continues to roll at 2.5 and ticket.
And the crowd boos the run play. They want it up in the air, don't they? They don't want to see a run. Haven't had much success running all year, living by the pass. Good hit by Jesse Tuggle.
In this Deep South rivalry today, a game tied now at 24. Second tie of the game. We've had 3 lead changes. Second down and 8 for Everett. With time and the pass incomplete. Little wide for Quinn early.
Good job by Clay Matthews. He got underneath it and made him throw the ball high. Matthews, if he'd have thrown the ball on the line of the receiver, Matthews had a shot at picking it off. There's nothing like the old vets that know how to get in the right spot.
Morton Anderson watches from the sideline. So many times before he was on the New Orleans sideline, but now that man, Chip Lohmiller, has taken his place. And what are his thoughts now as he tries to get out of the shadow of the legendary Morton Anderson? Will he have a chance to win the game late?
Well, they're going to have to get a first down because Gonzilla can't kick it from here.
Third down and 8. Everett with time, dumps it off. They've got to get to the 41. Derek Brown gets close to the first down, depending on the spot. He may just have it. Tackled by Tuggle and Kevin Ross.
Boy, he lowered his shoulder and tried to run through those 2 defenders. The defenders were waiting on him. In that situation, the 2 defenders had to attack him. He had to go play the funnel, but you couldn't wait. They stopped and gathered their legs, and that may have given him a first down.
I think they got it. It'll be close, but it appears as though the spot is a good one for the New Orleans Saints.
Would you go for it anyway here?
I think you've got to try it. I don't think you give Morton Anderson a chance to beat you if you go back to Atlanta. What about you?
Well, one thing, Morton Anderson, he's in field goal range here if you don't get it.
Everett with that completion now. 23 of 32 as Morton Anderson strolls on the sideline. Boy, this is a very important mark-off right here. A first down breathes new life into the New Orleans Saints, who are tied with Atlanta. And they got it. So Jim Everett, who began the game hitting his first 6, then hitting his next 9 after an incompletion in between, comes up with a big first down pass there. We're at the 2-minute warning.
Going to be even longer than you thought?
What time is it? It's time for another Snickers.
Grab another Snickers. Hungry? Why wait?
In any business, you've got to fight to stay on top. But for an assassin, the competition can be murder. Sylvester Stallone, Antonio Banderas. No more chit-chat. Assassins, directed by Richard Donner. Rated R. Starts Friday, October 6th.
If a car and truck rental company could see things from your point of view, it would offer one of the most diverse selections of vehicles on the planet and service that rises far above your expectations. Well, one company is seeing things your way. Budget, with a renewed commitment to satisfy you with special offers like this. Rent a Ford Aspire for a 3-day weekend for only $69. Call your travel agent or Budget at 800-527-0700. Budget, all the difference in the world.
It wasn't much of a gift shop. It wasn't much of a fire. It was pretty much everything to Joe and Linda. It was gone pretty fast. A small, bright dot in the night sky, then nothing. And by now, someone may be watching this and saying, not unkindly, but still saying it, who cares? So we just wanted to say, well, there's Joe, there's Linda, and there's us. Cigna, a business of caring.
Atlanta with the Jeff George touchdown pass, 3 Morton Anderson field goals, and a Hayward touchdown run. And New Orleans has gotten 3 Jim Everett touchdown passes and a field goal at 21 yards from Chip Lohmiller. The tie at 24, 2-minute warning of the second half. It's first down and 10 as Chris Dolman digs in to take on Jim Everett and the Saints Derek Brown is in his backfield from the 41-yard line. Everett, first down and 10. Quick toss near side, caught by Quinn Early. Everett to Early, and out of bounds. He's shoved at the 47, effectively stopping the clock again at 1:54.
What a block by Willie Roth. He knows this is crunch time, and he's over Chris Doman. And he did a great job of walling him off, pushing him outside. Woo! He doesn't have his glasses on either.
The way he's playing, he doesn't need his glasses.
He just says he looks for a big guy and blocks any big guys around him.
It's pretty simple, isn't it?
He says it's kind of blurry. He can't figure out who everybody is.
Pretty simple, but then again, it always is for the good ones. Second down and 3 from the 47-yard line. 1:54 in regulation. And the handoff to Derek Brown. Tries to peruse the left side and finds very little room, about a yard and a half. Bottled up by Clay Matthews and Jesse Tuggle.
They're trying to run this clock down and get a first down, so if they do get a chance for a field goal, there's no time left. You can't kick a field goal, Kevin, and leave time on the clock.
And also, Jerry, if they do have to face a fourth down here, they're probably more likely at midfield to go for something like that.
Absolutely.
Then again, you want to punt it away from Anderson. You may want to try the pooch. I mean, there's so many different variables at play here.
And then you don't want to punt to Metcalf.
Yes,
exactly. So you got all these things.
Third down and 2 from the 49-yard line. 1:15, 1:14. Clock ticking here in the fourth in a tie ball game. Everett throws. First down reception made. Wesley Walls. Clock continues to tick. He got to the 48-yard line of Atlanta.
Wesley Walls. They got him from San Francisco. Came home. Mississippi Tupelo guy. Got 30 people in the stands. Got mother-in-laws, father-in-laws, kids. They called him Elvis when he played for the 49ers. And he said when they drafted that Elvis Greenback, the quarterback, they told him there's only room for one Elvis on that team. He had to go.
Chip Lohmiller is pacing the sideline. You can just imagine the thoughts. Here, the guy that he replaces is in the house today. And, of course, that is Morton Anderson. And there probably is no greater legend in the history of the New Orleans Saints, aside from quarterback Archie Manning, than Morton Anderson. And they've called upon this man, Chip Lohmiller, who wasn't even with the Saints the entire preseason. He was cut from the Redskins. He then came in to take the place of Kerry Blanchard, who was unacceptable in the eyes of Jim Mora. And Lohmiller, who has 8 game-winning kicks, eyes the clock and thinks about what might lie ahead of him.
Saints with 5 quarterback sacks.
Everett a very good day throwing. So it's a first down, 7th play of this New Orleans drive inside the Atlanta 48-yard line. Brown in the backfield again by himself. Everett's going to have to scramble a bit here, looking for the open man, and throws it away at the feet of Derek Brown. Incomplete. There's a flag, and there goes another.
That can't be grounding. He threw it. It was right. He threw it right at the feet. He didn't want to have it in the air. I thought it was a good play.
Maybe well, wouldn't be a hold either because it didn't throw it where holds.
Illegal man downfield.
That's it.
That Gerke caught that one again.
He's your favorite, isn't he?
Gerke's doing he's doing the job of 10 people today.
Eligible man downfield on the pass. Number 77 offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's old William Roth.
That's what we get for bragging on Willie.
He's only allowed, Jerry, in his 3-year career, 5 sacks, one of which was last week to Sean Gilbert in St. Louis.
That really wasn't his sack.
No.
They really had a back on Sean Gilbert. That was, they had slide protection. He really didn't give that one up.
Well, he pushes it back 5 yards now. First down and 15 from the 47-yard line. There goes a flag, and the play is not even allowed to develop. They blow it dead in mid-motion. 58 seconds remaining. 24-24 ball game. The Saints and the Falcons here in the Louisiana Superdome.
Ball start. Number 85 offense. Prior to the snap, 5-yard penalty. First down.
Going the wrong direction.
Jim Moore trying to get out of the shadow of a winless beginning. And it may come down to his newest acquisition, Chip Lohmiller, to help dig him out of the hole. And there's Morton Anderson. He, too, thinking about what might lie ahead of him with 58 seconds remaining.
First and 20, though. That makes it tough.
A couple penalties here now, Jerry. It pushed it back, and so now, instead of being where they were At the 48 of Atlanta, they're pushed all the way back to the 43 in their own zone. First down and 20 for Everett. Four-man rush by the Falcons. The draw play handoff. Derek Brown has to get all the way to the 37-yard line, and he's out of bounds near midfield.
And they call another holding.
Marker is against the New Orleans Saints, and that will cause a few more gray hairs on the head of Jim Mora. Richard Cooper was picked up this time, the other tackle.
Holding number 71 offense. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Second penalty today on Richard Cooper, sixth-year player and acquired as a free agent back in '89. Now, instead of Jerry being at the 47-yard line of the Atlanta Falcons, the penalties, 3 in a row, have driven the New Orleans Saints back inside their own 33, and they've got a monumental first down and 30 yards to go. They're tied with 55 seconds left in regulation. Everett from the shotgun with time, dumps it off, caught by Derek Brown, and Brown is dumped at the 39-yard line. Not much of a gain there, and they got a long way to go still as the clock continues to tick. 2 timeouts remaining for New Orleans, and they let the clock run.
And a nice job by Everett getting rid of that. He had pressure on him, made a good throw.
Second down, 24 yards to go from the 39. Everett runs the pass, rolls the catch, and rolls down the sideline, out of bounds at the 46. They need to get to the 37, 25 seconds remaining on a gain of 15 to the big tight end.
All right, they do have 2 timeouts left.
Low Miller's longest field goal this year is 51 yards. That was in week 1 against San Francisco, and he has kicked 10 field goals 50 yards or better. He's got a 3rd down and 7 right now, Jim Everett does. Everett with time, now rolls out of the pocket and throws a pass which is caught by Michael Haynes. He was at the 41, incomplete pass, 4th down, and the Saints will have to punt with 19 seconds left in regulation.
And Atlanta has 2 timeouts to work with the 19 seconds. And Atlanta needs to get the ball. You got to remember, if you're sitting in your living room, they only have to get the ball to about the 36, 37-yard line.
Timeout taken by the Saints, 19 seconds remaining. And you just saw Morton Anderson on the sideline. He has been involved. He has been the deciding factor in 4 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams, including a game-winning field goal for the Saints over the Falcons last year. Well, next week, most of you will see a Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader when the Saints battle the New York Giants. Jerry and I will be in the Meadowlands, and the Cardinals take on the Cowboys, plus other exciting regional action. All begins at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Check local listings for the game and time in your area, as the NFL season just continues to roll right along.
Flexibility. All those kickers, Kevin. Be flexible, be stretching. Get yourself loose. Saw him taking some deep breaths, too.
So Eric Metcalf is deep back at the 10-yard line, and Wilmsmeyer will be called upon to get off the beauty of a punt. He's inside his own 42-yard line.
Atlanta's in a punt safe, playing for a fake,
which we saw last week in the Rams game. Wilmsmeyer, high hanging kick. This will not go in the end zone. Marker is down. Metcalf, the fair catch at the 14-yard line, and as you said, a marker down and thrown at the 48-yard line. And the illegal procedure is the call against the New Orleans Saints.
Atlanta's going to take the ball.
6 men on the line of scrimmage. Kicking team. Penalty is declined. First down.
Falcons under June Jones try to go to 2-1 with the win today. New Orleans with Coach Jim Moore trying to avoid their first 0-3 start since 1980. And 15 penalties called in the game, the majority of which, Jerry, have been called in the second half between the Falcons and the Saints.
And the majority have been holding, it seems to me. We've had holding in the kicking, holding on the offenses.
13 seconds remaining in this regulation. 24-24 is the tie game. A touchdown pass for Jeff George at 31 yards. They're going to sit on the ball and run it out and take their chances in overtime. Would you try anything with 19 seconds remaining, or would you have fallen on the ball as well?
Well, they had a long way to go. If there had been a little bit closer, everybody does it their own way. You don't want to get an interception, I guess. Usually what you do when the home team plays for overtime and the visiting team goes and tries to win it. Usually the visiting team does not want to go in overtime. But in this series, the visiting team usually wins the game.
Ladies, that's been the outcome over the last handful of games. 1 15-minute quarter is upon us. They'll flip the coin in just a second. A couple timeouts. Both the Falcons and the Saints. And you get on the board, you win, you go home.
Atlanta Falcons, New Orleans Saints. Last man with the ball usually wins it. So this coin toss, pretty important.
Jim Dabrowski is the captain representing the New Orleans Saints, and Morton Anderson will represent the Atlanta Falcons on this overtime coin toss.
Heads is the call. It's tails. New Orleans wins if you want the football.
The New Orleans Saints will have it in overtime first. We're tied at 24 from the Louisiana Superdome in New Orleans.
You get a very large bowl and 1 bag of Lay's potato chips. Now, gently pour into bowl and let stand for 4 to 5 seconds.
Here's one I prepared earlier. I, on the other hand, like to experiment a little more than our friend Terry here. I recommend a bag of Wavy Lays.
Next week's show, how to pour beer. For today's recipe, write the Lay's and Wavy Lays potato chips. Bet you can't eat just one.
I got it.
Coors Light, the silver bullet. It's shipped cold to tap the clean taste of the Rockies.
Well, I know some people that hope that does not happen.
Oh, boy. Be some people out of work if that thing happens. Maybe you and me.
The Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints are tied at 24 after 4 quarters of football. We go to a 15-minute overtime. Morton Anderson will be kicking off. He's had some great kickoffs in this game. Jerry's last 4 have gone deep into the end zone, and Tyrone Hughes, each and every time, has taken it out.
And he almost broke a couple. But watch Atlanta's Edwards. I like Edwards on this play, a kickoff cover guy. Guy used to play for the Washington Redskins, played for South Carolina. Old vet that knows how to rise up and play.
Just a footnote, the Falcons are without Albert Shelley, who was injured early in the game. And, of course, he is as good a coverage person as you'll find in the National Football League. So he will not be out there, as he has been absent most of the game.
They got Edwards. They got Ron George. They still got some people in there.
Morton Anderson is ready. And our overtime kickoff with the line drive. This will make it into the end zone for a 5th consecutive time. And just the same, Hughes trying to reverse and curls and is out to the 16-yard line. Marker thrown on the play. Tackle made by Jamal Anderson.
And good penetration by Ron George. He made him turn back the other way into Jamal Anderson. Anderson's had a good day in kick coverage today. Guess what?
Another holding call against the New Orleans Saints. Penalties are about even. And you know what, Jerry?
Holding.
Total yards for the day
30,
are even.
On the return, 10-yard penalty. First down.
I think
After
penalty
distance
yardage
to the goal,
is
first
even.
down.
That's probably up to 377.
Ken Mark Rice.
And not a very happy Anthony Newman, the former St. Louis Ram.
Now that puts him in a hole, Kevin. There they sit now at the 8-yard line.
That's a big penalty. Whoa. It'll be at the 9 in the first possession in overtime. The Saints won the coin flip, and so they've got it first down and 10 yards to go at their 9-yard line, tied at 24. This is the worst beginning field position starting out for New Orleans all afternoon long.
Audible.
Got Brown in the backfield, and Brown gets the call as he works over the 10 and submarines to the 11. End of a couple on the play. Pierce Holt makes the stop as Jim Mora watches anxiously from the New Orleans sideline. Lost the first game, Mora did, by 2 to San Francisco. Lost last week in St. Louis by 3 to the Rams. So in 2 games, he has lost by a total of 5 points. Second down, 8 yards to go from the 11-yard line for Jim Everett, who drops back to throw in the pocket with pretty good time. Then the rush comes. He evades it well. Everett throws downfield, and it's incomplete. The nearest receiver was Quinn early on the sideline, but Everett may have just been throwing that away to save the sack. It'll be third down.
And they flushed him that time. Good pass rush. Chuck Smith actually beat Richard Cooper. Hate to say this, they could have called another holding.
Was Cooper holding him?
He was holding him.
Smith, who led the team in sacks a season ago with 11, has 1 sack already this season. Big day for Jim Everett, facing 3rd and 8 now. This is a big play for the New Orleans Saints, and just as big for the defense of the Atlanta Falcons. From the shotgun Everett. Look at the time he's got to throw. Now it crumbles, and he throws long, looking down for Torrance Small, and it's incomplete at the 50-yard line. Small and Haynes, in fact, were in the vicinity, so he had the selection of 2 wide receivers, and 3 and out for the New Orleans Saints. They got a punt.
Here's Michael Haynes. They dropped him in the zone, went flat. Kevin Ross over there covering him up deep. You talk about poor field position for the Saints defense. Good chance here. Atlanta won't have to take it far.
So the huge penalty on the kickoff return on New Orleans put the offenses back against the wall, and now the kick will come from the end zone, and Metcalf is back about the 45 with a gleam in his eye, ready to return it. He's at the 44. Here comes Aaron Metcalf. Metcalf takes it to the 40-yard line of New Orleans. 16-yard return, and they are almost in Morton Anderson field goal range.
All they need is 3 yards. 3 yards, they can bring him out. Well, you better not play that 4-1 now if you're with the Saints. Let's see if Atlanta brings in the tight end in this situation and bangs out 3 or 4 yards.
Return by Metcalf. The penalty on the kickoff against the Saints. It has given Atlanta the best field beginning position they have had from the 40-yard line of New Orleans.
New Orleans in the 4-1, Kevin.
First down and 10 yards to go. Jeff George will go to the air on first down. Guns a pass to the near side. It's caught at the 29-yard line by a diving Bert Emanuel.
What a catch, huh?
Spectacular reception.
Turned around, twisted, ball thrown way to the outside. Watch this catch. That's a beauty.
Gain of 11, first down and 10 inside the 30. We're in overtime and tied at 24. Falcons. Hayward, nothing. Push back to the 32-yard line. Sean Lumpkin came up to whack him.
All out blitz that time by the Saints. Knocked down Haywood.
Everett's had a spectacular day, but he had some foreshadowing with this statement, saying that if they lose by a field goal, they would never hear the end of it. And on the sideline, one of the best the game has ever known, Morton Anderson, a former teammate of Jim Everett. Now may undo his former team. Second down and 13 from the 32 for the Atlanta Falcons. Blitz is possible. Here it comes. George reads it. And he's hitting and taken down back to the 41. A big defensive play by Joe Johnson.
Now that may just take him right out of field goal. All-out blitz. And it looked to me like they didn't bring the left tackle down. If you're going to block, they're going to come from over here. And Whitfield didn't know who to block. I don't know if he had the inside gap. It looked like he should have taken the most dangerous and turned the man loose on George.
Now third down and 22 from the 41-yard line. 12.5 to play in overtime. We're tied at 24. The crowd in a frenzy as George sets up and he's sacked again back at the 47 by Wayne Martin. Two spectacular plays defensively by the New Orleans Saints have effectively knocked Atlanta out of field goal position, and the Falcons have got to punt it back to New Orleans.
You need 3 yards there, Kevin. You need 3 yards in this situation. You bring some tight ends in there and you go get your 3 yards. Boy, oh boy, you just asking for trouble.
Straczynski to punt the ball. He's inside the 45. Hughes is back. He'll call for the fair catch, circling under it, and the grab made at the 15-yard line. Nice punt at 26 yards. Effectively keeps him inside the 20-yard line, and so now New Orleans will get it for a second time in overtime. And let's see what they've learned now. Carl Smith, the offensive coordinator, with the last word for Jim Everett, who has had a spectacular day throwing the football.
Well, New Orleans was lucky. They dodged a bullet there, and then I think Atlanta wanted to get too much yardage. And we won a game here in overtime just in that same situation. Just give it to the fullback, let him get his 3 yards, and give the kicker a chance to win the thing.
So this rivalry, which is very storied in the South, has taken many turns and twists throughout the afternoon. We're in overtime. We're tied at 24. Saints have it first down and 10 from the 15. And Everett will put it up on first down. And he hits Torrance Small, his wide receiver, at the 21-yard line. And that's a gain of 6 on the play. It'll be second down and 4.
And Atlanta defense was crowding the line with their defensive backs. They were expecting a run, and they're all bottled up in there. They're trying not to give up any yardage. Again, if it gets to a punting war, Atlanta can win that.
Second down and 4. 2-back set for the Saints. As they've got Irv Smith in motion. And the handoff goes to Mario Bates. And Bates takes it up the middle, carrying defenders on his back, and he's out to the 29 and picks up a New Orleans first down with the overtime clock approaching 11 minutes.
I don't know how long it's been since we've had a running first down by the Saints, but this is big at this time. Watch him head off to your left. Nice block by you-know-who. 22. Every time they run the football, Lorenzo Neal comes in there and smacks somebody. Just don't let Lorenzo have the ball.
From the 29-yard line, first down and 10. Everett under pressure throws, and it's caught by Small. At the 41, he's got the first down once again. Pick up a 12 on the play, and again he beat the rookie Ron Davis on the corner.
Good protection, standing in there strong. Out route. Davis not that far off. And surprisingly, they're doing this, the Saints, with 2 tight ends and 2 backs in there.
First down and 10 from the 41 for New Orleans, and the handoff again to Bates. Head down, forward he goes to the 44-yard line, picking up 3 yards. Dolman and Tuggle are there to whack him.
Boy, I tell you, every time we watch the Saints, 22, the blocking back, Lorenzo Neal, tries to get it going. Here's the blocking back. Watch him come in and splatter. There's the trap on the down lineman, gets him right up in the air, and you get a soft bubble.
Nothing soft about the blocking, though, of Lorenzo Neal. Second down and 6 to go outside the 44-yard line. Tied in overtime at 24. Everett throws, and off the fingertips of Small, and just about picked off by Kevin Ross.
Oh, a high throw. Kevin Ross had a shot at it. Ball was a little too high. The old tip drill.
9:26 remaining in overtime as Chris Dolman was all over the quarterback, Jim Everett, on the play.
And Jim Everett gunned this out in a hurry. He liked what he saw. He just threw it too high.
Everett, who has thrown 3 touchdown passes today, aligns in the gun. 3rd down, 6 to go. Everett with time in the pocket. Throws, and again it's deflected and flutters incomplete to the 45. And this time Chuck Smith got a paw in front of the pass. And once again, for the 2nd time in overtime, the New Orleans Saints have got to punt the ball.
Here's Chuck Smith. Goes inside. Good athletic ability. Way to jump in there. Good hand-eye coordination. Be fighting off a blocker and swat that with your inside hand. There's the dangerous guy in this situation.
Look what his career has included. Kickoff returns, punt returns for touchdown. The ever-dangerous Eric Metcalf back at the 10-yard line. Awaiting the Klaus Wilmsmeyer punt. He'll be inside his 34 when he lets it fly. A high hanging punt. Metcalf will let it bounce at the 5. It dies at the 5, and it's down by the Saints at the 5. 50-yard punt, tremendous hang time, and he has just backed the Falcons up against the wall.
Now, this is a spot in the field with Atlanta's history and what they've done in the past. This is where they'll try to get all of it right here. Nice punt. The Falcons were in that punt safe look again, making sure you did punt. The right decision by Metcalf, but it doesn't go in. Now, you got to watch Atlanta on the 5-6-yard line. Their history is to try to get it all right here on this play.
9:11 remaining in overtime. 9-1-1. George hopes he doesn't have to dial that. With his back against the wall, stranded at his 6. First down and 10. George quickly out to Metcalf. Metcalf to the 16-yard line and close to a Atlanta first down. Vince Buck got him. The leading receiver in the NFL coming into today, Eric Metcalf, acquired in the offseason from the Cleveland Browns. Told us yesterday that perhaps Cleveland didn't fully appreciate what he could do, but Jerry, as we're talking to June Jones yesterday, he said perhaps in the short but colorful history of the red gun or the run and shoot offense, probably no better slot has ever played this position than Eric Metcalf.
That's what June Jones said.
Metcalf today, 8 receptions, 108 yards, and they've got a gain out to the 16-yard line. And a first down. 8:50 and the clock ticking in overtime. Wayne Martin.
Crowd's trying to wake up here, trying to help the Saints.
George, the draw play. Hayward finding room. Hayward bowling balls his way to the 29. And a first down with a galloping pickup of 13 yards on the play.
Ran the draw. The defensive line took themselves out of it, and not enough linebackers to cover it up. Well, got the one linebacker, got these 4. All these DBs are going to run out of there. No chance. No chance for Richard Harvey. Needs another helper in there.
First down and 10 for the Atlanta Falcons. Tied in overtime at 24. Under 8 minutes to play. George again on the money. Metcalf again at the other end of his pass. And a gain to the 33. 9th reception by Metcalf this afternoon. Green. Stop.
I'd say they're going to put the burden on Metcalf, wouldn't you?
Why not?
Yeah, he can. I can remember watching him all the way when he's in Austin, Texas. Nice job of hanging on. I wanted to draft him coming out of college.
Well, he's had a big day. The receiving yards over 100. Effective on punt returns. Second down and 5 now. The Falcons have the ball at the 34-yard line. Now to 7:15 in overtime. Tied at 24.
Blitz.
Here comes the blitz. George reads it. Hand off. And banged down hard at the 33-yard line was Hayward. Joe Johnson got a hand on him and would not let him go.
Good job by the Saints. They did not tip. They waited till the quarterback got past his audible. Once he got past his audible, then they all jumped in, and here they come in the center guard gaps, and they turn the Wayne Martin loose on the outside.
Atlanta has lost 5 of the last 6 against the New Orleans Saints, including a sweep by the Saints a season ago. 3rd down and 5 for George. He has 4 receivers at his disposal, 3 on the near side. And George with time throws. First down reception made. Terrence Mathis on the near side. Clock stopped at 6:25.
That was on Eric Allen. He knows it. He's pointing to himself, telling his team, I screwed it up. He sat down on the seam when he had the out. You can see that Eric Allen made a bad play. Nice read by George. He's got to read where the guy is. He finds him. Good read by the quarterback. Eric Allen got caught inside where George looked the first time. Eric Allen thought the ball was going that way and headed that way.
From the 40-yard line, first down and 10 yards to go. Jeff George has engineered a nice drive beginning at his own 6. Good time here to throw and going deep, looking for Metcalf down the near sideline, incomplete at the 25. And he had everybody on him, including Tyrone Leggett. Incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd down.
A lot of pushing and shoving on that one. The defensive man must have got his head around. Here's Tyrone Hughes. He got a hand on him. Yeah, see, if you get your head turned around like that, they'll leave you alone. If you keep watching the offensive receiver, they'll call that push a little bit deep.
Leggett with the coverage, and he's going to get him again, it looks like. Here's the 7th play of the Atlanta drive. 2nd down and 10. 6:01 remaining in overtime. We're tied at 24. Jeff George with an escort. And swings the pass at midfield. Caught. Terrence Mathis, late flag, close to up. In fact, he got the first down to the 48-yard line with a nice pickup of 11 on the play, and Eric Allen was beaten on the play.
I thought he was driving. I thought Eric Allen was going to drive and try to get the interception, and I think he went past him and maybe grabbed the face mask as he went by.
Penalty-filled game, and Jerry Markbride has had a lot of exposure today on television with the many calls he has had to make. 5:52 remaining in overtime. 24-24 is our overtime score.
Pass interference, number 21, defense. The penalty is declined. Completed pass, first down.
It is a first down to the 49 of New Orleans for the Atlanta Falcons.
Watch Eric Allen come in, 21. Yeah, he overran it, so he grabbed him on the shoulder before the ball got there.
Jeff George faced with the first down and 10 from the 49, and the handoff goes to Hayward. Hurdles the defender and gets it down to the 45 and picks up 4. Sean Lumpkin had him head on. And that means something. So now your thoughts drift toward Morton Anderson, who last year in a Saints uniform beat the Falcons. In fact, in 4 of the last 6 games, his kicks have been the deciding factor. Let go on July 19th. They couldn't come to an agreement with money. And the Falcons said, well, you can't beat him, why not sign him? And that's what they did. 2 days later, he became an Atlanta Falcon. After 13 seasons in New Orleans.
Oh, yes. Science 1000. The answer there is one of the daily...
And George will call a timeout. 2 seconds remaining on the play clock. We're in overtime. The Falcons are on the move. We're tied at 24.
Coors Light, the silver bullet, is shipped cold to tap the clean taste of the Rockies. Tap the Rockies!
And now for something new. It's cooking with Terry and Howard.
First, you need to get a very large bowl and 1 bag of Lay's potato chips. Now, gently pour into bowl and let stand for 4 to 5 seconds.
Here's one I prepared earlier. I, on the other hand, like to experiment a little more than our friend Terry here. I recommend a bag of wavy Lay's.
Next week's show, how to pour beer. For today's recipe, write the Lay's and Wavy Lay's potato chips. Bet you can't eat just one.
Overtime time, close game time is Morton Anderson time.
I saw Talley talking to him. Look at this. Unfortunately, I was there for some of these. These are kicks he made to beat the Falcons, and today he's going to try to beat his old team, the Saints. 2 in 1992, 150 and 156, a 5-second, a no time. Wow.
Jerry, what is his range? He's already missed a 58-yarder this season, but he has kicked one from 51 yards away. And going back in the history of Anderson here in New Orleans, one of the things that was a bit disturbing to the Saints is that maybe on a consistent basis he could not kick the long field goal.
We would play him on defense right now. That's last year. Anderson wins the game. We would play him the goal line was at the 37-yard line. You cannot let him put the ball down at the 37. He's going to beat you.
2nd down and 6 from the 45-yard line.
Blitz, Kevin. All on.
Yep, George got a quick block to pick up the blitz. Metcalf with a couple spins, and he's still about 1.5 yards shy of the first down. Jimmy Spencer would not be fooled by the shake and bake move of Metcalf. So now at the 41. Overtime clock at 4:40.
How would you like to tackle Metcalf in the open field by yourself? There's the blitzer, Eric Allen. That tells Metcalf he's hot. You just look inside when the blitz comes and you're free. And there's Richard Harvey trying to make the tackle, getting help from all the sidekicks.
We're in the old number 21 that Deion Sanders used to wear. Boy, what a great replacement for Sanders 21 with Metcalf in the same uniform.
Oh, this is a run play here. This got to be a run, doesn't it?
3rd down and 1. Time for George going deep. He's got Metcalf at the 5, and he's at the 3. What a catch by Metcalf. Out of bounds. Clock stopped. Game tied. Overtime. 1st down. Goal to go, and the Falcons will wait no more. Morton Anderson will come on and try to win it for Atlanta.
What a catch. In the slot, does an arrow up. Look at this throw. Watch him stretch. Catches the point of the ball.
What incredible irony. It came down to dollars letting Morton Anderson leave. Atlanta signed him. And now, with a 21-yard field goal to win the game, as a flag is thrown and whistles blow before the play was even allowed to start.
I think the Saints call timeout.
First charge, timeout, New Orleans.
They're going to make Morton think about it
First
just
charge,
a little bit.
Timeout, New Orleans.
Let's take a look at that catch one more time. This was a great throw and a great catch.
Huge play.
I thought he overthrew it, and Metcalf just kept running. Oh, don't look back, Leggett. Tyrone Leggett stopped and looked back. You got to keep running. Wow. Buck couldn't get there to help out soon enough, and Tyrone Leggett looked back to see if the ball was coming.
The Atlanta Falcons have lost 2 of the great players in the history of modern football. Andre Rison, regarded as one of the best wide receivers right now, as he has been for the last 4, 5, 6 years, and Deion Sanders. But they replace him with a player like Metcalf, who is called upon to fill a huge void. And he comes up with perhaps his biggest play as a Atlanta Falcon in just his 3rd game in an Atlanta uniform. But now the eyes shift to Morton Anderson. 6 times in the uniform of the New Orleans Saints, he beat the Atlanta Falcons. Maybe now turnabout is fair play as he'll try a 21-yard field goal to win it for Atlanta.
Let's watch the rush. Let's see the Saints, how hard they come.
Morton Anderson has just won the game for the Atlanta Falcons. Coming back home after 13 years in a New Orleans uniform, Morton Anderson's game-winning field goal just did in his old coach, Jim Mora. That is the 4th career winning field goal in overtime.
Put it in your heart.